Alright, it's about 2 o'clock right now, and my dad is going to, blow up a rocket that he spent 2 years doing. So, if you guys ever see a rocket with like a yellow parachute, then you'll know it's his, and like the thing will be all crumpled up and stuff. It's really cool.
So this is the parachute, and it's designed basically to lower this thing softly to the ground once the ignition's complete and it's at altitude. Now this is made by an anti-rip fabric. It's actually really cheap, you can buy it online, but basically it doesn't rip. So even if it opens suddenly at speed, you won't get a rip like you would, for example, with an ordinary fabric. And basically it's been stitched by a family member who didn't know what she was doing, but I asked her to do this according to specifics, and this is what we got. It's basically standard cord, which I used. Nothing fancy. I could have used anti-burn or Kevlar. I didn't. I'll just put extra wadding inside to make sure it doesn't burn inside the tube as it's going up. Okay, so this is the nose cone. It's basically extremely light. It's actually just Bristol board that's been rolled, and then it's been painted. And the reason why we used it, it's very, it looks very, very mean, but actually it's all paper at the top and Bristol board with a little bit of insulating foam inside. So this will crumple. So if in a worst case scenario, if that parachute doesn't deploy, this will crumple on impact. So it won't be something that's lodged 5 feet in the ground and has to be dug out. The tube of the rocket is actually just Home Depot forming tubes that are used for concrete pillars that we had one lying around. Very light, very sturdy, and just a little bit of wood at the back. And this is a hook for the parachute. The whole thing's actually fairly light, under 20 pounds. When the rocket's finished, this part basically blows out. Okay. I found myself taking off up from the sky. Okay, so I'm going to go get the nose cone and put the nose cone on and tie it up, and then we'll put it up, and then we'll put our wires out. Okay, so here's the aftermath of the rocket launch. So if you can see here, every single engine burnt except for one. So that's 10 engines total. So that's 90% effective rate, which is pretty good. You know, initially that was really the key, was to get them all going. However, as you saw, it really needs more engines, more powerful engines, or changes to the rocket so it's a little bit lighter. In any case, this was a good first try at something that was home built, scratch built. We'll make some minor modifications. It looks like the wings and everything here is still working, and the cone over there looks like it's untouched, and the parachute still looks good. So we'll be back in a few weeks with a few minor adjustments so it's lighter, and a few adjustments on the engine so it's stronger, and we'll get a little bit more altitude this time than you know, the little bit of altitude that we did get. Okay, thanks for everyone tuning in. Stay tuned for all of this. Maybe one final note. If you look at the heat, gives you an idea of how much heat comes off those rockets. That bottom part is completely charred. We'll put a protector there the next time. All right. Bye-bye. Maybe one last comment is, when you launch these things, make sure you're really in the middle of nowhere. The next time this thing goes off, who knows where it'll go? But as a general rule, if you're near forest, it's always good. As well as open ground, because you can launch in the open ground and you can hide and protect yourself in the forest.